Good evening. Hey everybody, hope y'all doing okay. I decided to come this evening to cover a story that I felt like it was really uh it not only is going to help out you with your teenagers, but it draws a lot of attention to, just teenagers in a whole. Like, we can only, you know, parent our kids to a certain age. When they get 16, 17, they want to drive, they want to go out, they want to kick it. And, it's pretty much like you lose control. You have some control, but, you've been a kid before. So, you've been out and you've snuck out or you've did things that you weren't supposed to do as a teenager. But I'm not saying that about this young lady. So I ran across the story and I decided that I was going to cover the story, and I'm going to be reading to you exactly what happened. All right. So the little girl's name is Saya, but it is pronounced, I believe, Nasaya, but they called her Saya. She was a famous TikTok influencer. All right. So around 7:30 p.m. on Saturday, a 17-year-old girl was found shot in the mall parking lot. Multiple media outlets have identified the victim of the mall shootings, which occurred on January 18th, as Siyah Tuner, known as Siyah, at Siyah on TikTok. Lieutenant Steve DeJong of LA County Sheriff's Department has not confirmed this information, only that the victim was a 17-year-old girl with a gunshot wound who died at the hospital. There are no new updates, DeJong told the Griffin Gazette on Friday, January 31st. The County of LA medical examiner released a report on Turner's case, stating she died at 17 on January 18, 2025. Her cause of death was a gunshot wound in her chest, and she died at the hospital. Turner's homicide case remains open, according to the report. Christian McGuire, the C's coroner investigator, and Grant Ho is the deputy medical examiner on TikTok. Turner's account now has multiple followers. Department's Homicide Bureau is in charge of this case and spoke to Griffin Gazette on Wednesday, January 22nd. Deputies from the Cheryl's station responded to the parking lot of Cheryl's Mall in regards to a gunshot victim call. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but you know what I'm trying to say. Dijon said when they got there, they observed a female juvenile 17 years old with a gunshot wound. Dijon was not able to confirm her identity, only that she was from the San Bernardino County area, according to the media company. The Ox Connect Saya was a senior at Rancho Verde High School in Moreno Valley, which is a part of the Riverside, San Bernardino, Ontario area. As far as the context and the investigation, I can't elaborate, DeJong said. This investigation is going to go on for a while. This article was updated on January 22nd with the following corrections. LASD cannot confirm the victim's identity. Saya, assumed to be the victim, now has multiple followers on TikTok. The on site investigation closed on Sunday, but the investigation into the girl's death is ongoing. In California, Saturday night, January 18th, there was a shooting in the parking lot of the Los Ceteros Center Mall, resulting in one death. The victim, presumably TikToker Saya, was found shot in the front seat of her car. She was transported to the hospital where she died from critical injuries. Cops detained the four young men who were passengers, according to an eyewitness, and an investigation is going ongoing. At 10:30 p.m. on Saturday, CBS News reported that the victim was found shot inside a car outside the mall, unconscious and not breathing. Multiple online sources claimed that the victim was the TikToker Siyah. She had multiple followers on TikTok where she posted spend the day, get ready with me videos and TikToks of her dancing. She was always smiling. Give me 1 second. I went and I found pictures of Saya so you can see that the little girl is beautiful. I hate that, this happened, and that's why I say you gotta watch your kids nowadays. You know, Kids like to go to the mall, they like to do things, and that's fine, but it's sometimes it's the company that they keep, and you can't always monitor them. I know everybody probably would like to monitor them, but you can't always monitor them. But if you can, try to, see who they hang out with, see what they got going on. So let me continue. She was always smiling and dancing on my FYP for you page. Rest in peace, babe. One TikToker commented on Saya's final post. The comment section is filled with fans mourning her death. Jeremy Pago, a manager of Los Cerros Chipotle, was working the night of the incident. He didn't hear anything until he saw a commotion in the parking lot during his break and customers running out to a car. There was a lady passed out and a full car of boys and one girl, all screaming, Pagoa said. It was a girl unconscious in the front seat, no pulse. A nurse came by and stated doing CPR for a good 10 minutes. Paco said 2 helicopters, 10 to 15 police cars, and 2 ambulances arrived on the scene. He closed Chipotle 3 hours earlier, around 8 o'clock, and the police kept people in the lot until 9. Our whole side of the mall got closed by cops. No one was allowed to leave, so I kept everyone safe here, Paco said. There were like 20 cars in the parking lot that couldn't go home until 9. Shortly after the incident, the Cerros Sheriff Station posted on the Instagram requesting that people avoid the area while deputies investigated the site of the shooting. They confirmed that there was no active shooter at the time of their post. The last shooting at the mall was April 2024, and the victim, a man struck by gunfire, died at the hospital, who has worked at Chipotle for over a year, said he generally feels safe when working. He added that Chipotle has procedures in place for an active shooter situation. We would shut down the store, turn off the lights, and go to the back where it's safe, Pago said. Students from surrounding schools, including Los Amados High School, frequently share those mall to shop and eat. Tasha Johnson, LAHS sophomore, visited the mall a couple weeks ago. She hadn't heard about the shooting on Saturday, but knew about the one last April. That's probably the mall that I go to the most with my friends and my mom. You don't usually think that would happen, so you feel safe at night. It's a little more scary, Johnson said. On Saturday, the sheriff Instagram account updated on their story that the on-site investigation concluded at 3 a.m. There are no outstanding suspects. The mall has fully resumed normal operations. So this article is just one of many. I did go and I looked on TikTok to look at, how you can see what happened, to the person. And according to what I read, is the girl was in the mall. She was there because it was her boyfriend's birthday. So she was going to get her boyfriend something from for his birthday. And that there were the gentlemen in the back seat of the car and they were playing around with the gun. And the guy hit the trigger and it shot her in the back. Now that's what I got from TikTok, and it's from several stories. This story in particular does not say that, but like I said, I got that from TikTok. I do have more pictures of Saya that I want to show you. Give me 1 second. And I also I have a picture, I believe. There is her and her boyfriends. It was even on World Star. Um, as you can see, it says rising 70-year-old TikTok star Saya found shot and killed inside and outside of the Los Angeles Mall during her boyfriend's birthday. She was a cute, cute girl. Cute girl. Absolutely gorgeous girl. Let me see if I can pull. No, I don't have that one. I was gonna pull up her funeral. I watched it on TikTok and it was really, really, really like I literally had tears. How beautiful that her casket was. Her casket was her on the casket, and I've never seen a casket like that. But they had her pictures all over the top of the casket, and it was beautiful. I wish I had one to show you, but I don't. So let me see if I can Google one real quick. Give me a second. See if it'll let me see. 1 minute. If it'll pull one up real quick. I don't know if it will or not. No, it won't pull it up for me. Okay. I'm sorry, you guys. It doesn't pull it up for me. But just know it was the beautiful thing. Her boyfriend carried out her body and it just was beautiful. Um I did, like I said, go on to TikTok and I watched several of the TikToks where um let me turn this down. This is one of them where they celebrated her death. You know, it was lots of teenagers out there. The colors were black and white. They were dressed real nicely. All the girls had on like skirts and tops like she dressed. It just was really beautiful. They had pictures outside. It was really, really gorgeous. If you get a chance, go on to TikTok and type in Saya, and you will find every last detail of the funeral and what went on. They actually, when you click on one, I don't know if you paid attention, but if you're looking at one at the bottom, it'll have what happened to her, and then it'll take you to another one, and then another one, and then another one, and then another one. So you'll literally just keep going because there's a lot of, you know, different videos. Well, you guys, if you enjoyed this broadcast, you guys can support me at Custom Colors 0515. Okay. That is my Cash App, and it is on pinned right here if you can see it. Okay, type in $ custom colors 0515. I am Shantae, and you have been with me tonight, all right, as I covered what happened to this beautiful young lady, Saya. And I appreciate you guys coming to Shantae's Insightful Talks. Please stay tuned for more, 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 more. And like I said, you can support me at Custom Colors 0515. Thank you. You guys have a good night.